When she doesn't want to answer a question, her habit is to kind of go to word salad city.
She doesn't have to be flawless, but she has to give you something. I mean, she's like a true double threat. You know, she's terrible on her feet when she gets unexpected questions, and simultaneously, she can't even answer the expected questions.
Focused a lot more on Donald Trump, I think it's fair to say, than she did on many specifics in terms of what she would do.
If her goal was to close the deal, they're not sure she did that.
I think that the word salad stuff gets on my nerves. I think that some of the evasions are not necessary.
Kamala Harris participated in a one-person debate last night, and she lost.
So I may not be quick to have the answer as soon as you ask it.
To fix the problem, you're doing this compromise bill. It does call for $650 million that was earmarked under Trump to actually still go to build the wall.
I am not afraid of good ideas where they occur.
So you don't think it's...
So she just admitted that building the wall was a good idea? What? Hey, yo, do you think that this town hall helped or hurt Kamala Harris? At this point, I'm starting to feel bad. I'm embarrassed for her because whenever they put her on the spot and she's pressed on certain issues, she's not going to answer. She's just going to give a whole bunch of word salad. And I'm glad that Van Jones at least addressed that. All right, that she doesn't give answers. She doesn't speak off of the cuff and she doesn't answer questions. We've seen this whole election cycle. And I tune in whenever Kamala Harris is speaking because I want to get to know who this candidate actually is. And with less than 2 weeks to go until the election, we still have no clear answer. We don't know what she stands on anything. She flips and flops. 1 minute she's for fracking, the next minute she's not. 1 minute she's defund the police, the next minute she's not. 1 minute she's build a wall and secure the border or secure the border, the next minute she's not. I don't know where she stands on any of these issues. Within the last few weeks, we've seen, Brett Baier essentially curb stomp her. And then now we have Anderson Cooper, who I want to commend, who actually held her feet to the fire a little bit. If it's your first time, welcome. Other than that, welcome back. Under 800 gang, I appreciate y'all always showing up, showing some support. During this event, Anderson Cooper pretty much spoon feeds her the answers. And she still fails. What makes people think that she is going to be tough on the world stage? That Putin and Xi Jinping and Kim Jong-un and all of these world leaders are going to respect her. They probably hitting each other up like, let's make sure that we interfere in this election, get Kamala Harris into office. The world is up for grabs. They can do whatever they want at that point.
Some voters, though, might ask, you've been in the White House for 4 years. You were vice president, not the president. But why wasn't any of that done for the last 4 years?
Well, there was a lot that was done, but there's more to do, Anderson. And I'm pointing out things that need to be done, that haven't been done, but need to be done.
Once again, word salad and no answers. And when she does give answers, it has nothing to do with the question. He even asked her a few times, what would you do differently than Joe Biden has done in the last 3.5, 4 years? Because I don't understand why people keep saying 3.5 is closer to 4 years, with 3 months as of the recording of the video away from January. So, and that's when she was inaugurated into the White House. So she's been there essentially 4 years.
Is there something you can point to in your life, political life or in your life in the last 4 years, that you think is a mistake that you have learned from?
I mean, I've made many mistakes, and they range from, if you've ever parented a child, you make lots of mistakes too.
Yo, Anderson Cooper is like, yo, we're not laughing and kiki and ha-haing right now, doing your cackle. All right, and another thing, Kamala Harris raised kids. I mean, I know she has 2 stepchildren, but when she married Doug Emhoff, I believe that they were teenagers, so they weren't kids. Like what I say as a kid is going through the baby, toddler, prepubescent phases. She met these kids at adolescence pretty much.
In my role as vice president, I mean, I've probably worked very hard at making sure that I am well versed on issues, and I think that is very important. It's a mistake not to be well-versed on an issue and feel compelled to answer a question.
Yo, this is so infuriating. She doesn't answer questions. It doesn't matter what question you ask her. She's going to give her a few talking points, and then she's just going to, okay, next question. She's not even going to address what he asked in terms of what have you made any mistakes, you know, and then I'm done.
Regarding the rapid increase in the migrant population, how will you ensure that every immigrant is integrated into American society safely? What benefits and subsidies will you provide them with, and how long will these benefits and subsidies last for an individual? Most importantly, will the American citizens' taxes pay for these benefits and subsidies? And if so, how much money will be allocated?
Before I let her give her answer, I just want to say I stereotype, and that tie might as well be red. All right, Republicans not slick with this one at all, but let's see what she says. Great question, by the way.
Let's start with this. America's immigration system is broken and it needs to be fixed. And it's been broken for a long time. And part of what we need to do is always prioritize what we need to do to strengthen our border. I will tell you I'm the only person in this race among the two choices that voters have. I've personally prosecuted transnational criminal organizations in the trafficking of guns, drugs, and human beings.
So if that's true, why hasn't she charged anybody from Tren de Aragua? You know, why do I even know that gang exists? She's only recently addressing that the southern border is an issue. Never mind she's been the border czar, right?
I have spent a significant part of my career making sure that our border is secure and that we do not allow criminals in and we don't allow that kind of trafficking to happen and come into our country. And as
lies,
as my opponent has proven himself, he would prefer to run on the problem instead of fix the problem.
They say that there's 10 million people in this country illegally. I think it's way higher than that, but the Biden and Harris administration have done nothing during this time. We see hordes and caravans of people coming every single day, and they have actually ordered the federal government to destroy blockades and barriers put in place by states at their border. They do not care about any of that. Everything she says is a lie. She flips and flops on everything. You can't take her seriously. She is a typical politician.
Is a border wall stupid?
Well, let's talk about Donald Trump and that border wall. So remember, Donald Trump said Mexico would pay for it?
Take a shot every time she says Trump. Anytime you watch anything with Kamala Harris or anybody on the left, really, it's a fun new drinking game. Just take a shot. You'll be done within 30 minutes, I guarantee.
It's like, let's just fix this thing. Let's just fix it. Why is there any ideological perspective on it? Let's just fix the problem.
Why hasn't she had that same energy for Joe Biden and every time that they sat down in the Oval Office? Why hasn't she just fix it?
To fix the problem, you're doing this compromise bill. It does call for $650 million that was earmarked under Trump to actually still go to build the wall.
I am not afraid of good ideas where they occur.
So you don't think it's...
So she just admitted that building the wall was a good idea? What?
Stupid anymore.
I think what he did and how he did it did not make much sense because he actually didn't do much of anything.
Of course.
But you do want to build some wall.
I want to strengthen our border.
How are you going to do that, Kamala, if you don't build a wall? What is going to be there? Exactly what's there right now, a wide open border that anybody could come across? You know, if Kamala gets in office, just like she wanted to defund the police, she's going to defund Border Patrol.
When asked if border crossing should be decriminalized, but obviously that is not your position.
I never intended, nor will I ever allow America to have a border that is not secure. I believe we need to deal with illegal immigration. There needs to be consequences.
And on the topic of decriminalization of the border, if you'd be so kind, raise your hand if you think it should be a civil offense rather than a crime to cross a border without documentation. Can we keep the hands up so we can see them?
We're talking about mass deportations.
I'm not talking about.
You see, once again, flipping and flopping. Okay, she wants to protect our southern border, but she wants all these people here. And they don't want to vet them. They just see these people as potential voters for them in the future.
As for last night, yet again, Trump not showing up, refused to be a part of a CNN debate, and clearly his staff has been saying he's exhausted, and The sad part about that is he's trying to be president of the United States, probably the toughest job in the world, and he's exhausted.
Following her terrible town hall, when asked about it the next day, nothing comes up but Trump. She didn't do anything wrong. There was no room for improvement. You even saw that when Anderson asked her, right? She's done nothing wrong. Everything is Trump. Trump, Trump, Trump. He didn't make it. He's too tired, this and that, which are also lies because Trump is given 2 speeches at least a day. All right, I'm tuning in and seeing him in the morning or afternoon, and then in the evening time. 2 speeches a day. There's very few days where he's just given 1 speech. And Kamala Harris, isn't this the same woman that just took at least 1 day off during the campaign, during crunch time? All right, this is one of the most important parts of the cycle. All right, this is less than 2 weeks until the election, and she's the one taking days off. But she lies and projects it onto Trump, which is right out of the Democrats' playbook. In closing, got my Trump sign, baby. Took forever to come. I guess that they were backed up. I guess a lot of people out here ordering them. Also got one for the yard and then one just to hold on to. But what do you think about this town hall? Do you think that it helped Kamala Harris? Do you think it hurt her? Do you think that she looked poised and composed, or do you think she looked fragile and emotional? Do you think she gave great answers and gave us more insight into who she really is as a politician and as a person in general? Do you think that she has everything it takes to be the world leader and take on other world leaders? Is Kamala Harris doing so well that nothing she does can hurt her, because people are going out there regardless to vote for her, because this is less than 2 weeks until the election? People's minds are already made. That's why she took a day off, and Trump has to keep just burning the midnight oil. All right? He has to keep on giving his speeches, even though somehow she said that he's not. I mean, either way, interested to know whatever you're thinking in the comment section. Till the next video, y'all be safe and stay wavy.